Evening all, and welcome to episode 9 of season 7 of Factory Town, where we are progressing slowly but steadily. We finally have some stew being made. Veggie stew is being made. So we're selling that, which is going to help because our money's actually been dropping a fair bit, and I think that's because obviously we have many more places using yellow coins now, foresters and other bits and pieces, so that's going to help us go there. I have had to do one thing that I didn't do. These farms are acting a little strange. If I turn off that so it has no recipe at all, and then you come in here and you're supposed to just be able to click the auto manage and it should work. But I'm clicking it, I'm pushing the button, nothing's happened. It's not taking the supply water. It's not doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing. I don't know why that's the case. My guess is there are no farm tiles around it, so it's just ignoring that. So yeah, I'm going to set it to potato, and then for some bizarre reason it does add those to it as well, which is strange. I don't get what's going on there. There is some weird thing going on there, but it's fine. It's working. It's harvesting potatoes and carrots and tomatoes, and everything is absolutely fine. One question I did get asked was why I am not using any farm tiles here, and I don't want to yet because I want to get their affinity up. And to gain affinity, you have to consume all the crops and then let them grow again. And every time they grow, they gain more affinity. See, our carrots here are struggling because they're currently a wood affinity, so they've got to drop down the affinity and then raise other ones up. See, these ones here are fine, but these ones here are wood, so that's going to take a while. But right now we're not under a heavy demand, so it's going to take a really long time for the affinity to build for them. And if I was to put farm tiles down, that would increase their yield by 100%, so they would grow twice as slowly. Because instead of having 5, it would have 10 to consume. So by not putting farm tiles down, I'm actually helping the affinity grow quicker. And then when we get up to a much higher affinity, then we can do it. Plus, we've only got one kitchen right now. I mean, we could put a stapler kitchen down here and just force feed everyone. What I may do is I may replace you with a wagon, because I feel as if that might be a good idea. So let's stop you. Another reason why the yellow coins dropped is I forgot to redo this guy. I didn't set him back to selling bread. So yeah, let's copy the wagon. Let's say, hey wagon, would you do this? Because you can take 4 at a time, and this is probably going to recover 4 by the time that comes on there. But there is something else we can do to make this faster. You'll see right now, workers are faster than wagons on this road, because this is a footpath, and wagons don't have feet, they have wheels. We'll ignore the fact that our people don't have feet either, they just sort of bounce around, and but yeah, it's designed for them. So we can upgrade to roads. Roads are much faster. They allow things to travel way quicker on them. So I think we're going to do that. It does cost 1 stone brick per road. You have 200 in storage, so we should be okay for a little bit at least. That's interesting. Why is that doing that? Because of yeah. I need to come from this side and go up to the bridge. And go along the bridge, and it's doing some weird stuff because of the way the pathing system works. So if you're ever trying to lay a path down and it does stuff like that weird thing there where it's trying to go over the top of something, start at the lower point. Start at the lower point and come up. If we go up there and up there, it doesn't do it. Whereas if we start here and go down, it does do it. So you see the wagons are way quicker. Way quicker. Look at that go. Look, zoom. He goes down, he sells that. And they do run into each other, that's why having 2 thick paths are important. If you only have a path that's only 1 wide, then when they run into each other, if they run into over here, the other wagon would turn around, go all the way around, come back, off it goes, which would slow down everything. Something else I want to try and fix is this here, because for some bizarre reason he was running over the crops, although I don't think he is now. I think he's better. Yeah, but we can always fix that by just putting path in there. There we go. Boom. That's the path that wagon will take. So that sped up things. That's very, very, very much quicker. We could also change these to be caravans, which can carry 12 items at a time and sell. Might be an idea for this long run. This long run here, it might be an idea. The thing that I need to look at is how much is being used here. If we delete that and put a caravan instead, we'll say, hey, you go from there to there. That picks up 32. Can this make 32 in the time this caravan takes to drive all the way down this road, drop off the goods, and then drive all the way back again? Because if not, then we're obviously going to lose things. And your efficiency goes down because it means the caravan will be driving with lower amounts of goods in it. So, yeah. Now, we do know, obviously, this is going to run out at some point and cause problems because we're not producing enough cloth to keep up with demand here. We're actually about halfway there, but we still do have almost 300 cloth in there. Okay, so I'm going to get this back here, and then I'm going to pause it when the game hits here. Stop. Okay, before you pick up any goods. Okay, so you didn't drop all of them off anyway. You dropped off 16, you dropped off 20? Is that the maximum storage? I think this can hold. I think it can only hold up to 20. Yeah, it can hold 20 shirts in one go. So we're only delivering 20 shirts in one go. And you have 32 come out and you're back up to just 10. So, okay, so right now, yeah, we are actually keeping up. I need to reassign that because I right-clicked by mistake. So you're going to take... Oh, you're going to go and deliver again. No, that's fine. That's good. Yeah, so that is kind of working. Oh, I missed a carrot. How did I miss a carrot? Oh, well. Oh, well. Not to worry. Not to worry. These carrots have all got affinity for wood at the moment, so they desperately need to drop their affinity down, but that's fine. I wonder... No, they had affinity for that. I just wonder whether if you put down a big group of stuff with affinity, it only fills the affinity slots, but no, these ones did it, and that one didn't. I wonder why that one... Unless I right-clicked it at some point. I may have right-clicked it at some point. That's a thing I do. Because right-click is move camera. And that's a thing I do because I don't know if that's a default controls. I can't remember. I have customized my controls years ago and it's just carried over. So, yeah. But okay, so you're coming down and selling that, which means we're going to start getting loads more stuff. But that does mean we are going to run out of cloth very, very quickly. So we need to fix that. We need to get more cloth coming into this bomb. Now the question is, do I want to keep this as a wool place? Because we don't have to. We don't have to keep this as a wool place. We could change it. And then instead of using wool, we use cotton. And cotton's much easier to get. Much, much easier. I like that idea. I like that idea of switching this up and going with the cotton. I really, really like that idea. Okay, so I am going to turn off the recipe here and we'll see what else we can do here. So we had a trader over here as well, which was going to give us sugar for milk, which is brilliant. I need to tap into that at some point because milk sells. I think it sells for yellow coin, so it's not great, but sugar doesn't sell. Sugar doesn't sell for anything, but sugar is used in other stuff. So we also need to get some blue coins as well. So let me switch this all up to be on a farm here. So let's get rid of those trees there for one. Okay, and then let's copy the cotton. Let's have a look, see where we can put this cotton. So the cotton has all affinity here, and we want to make just a big farm. We're going to put a big farm down again. But I want to kind of get as much of the affinity as I can, which means I kind of want to put the farm there, which does eat up lots of the cotton that's currently there. If I put it there, that would be okay. I'll put it over here. I think I just want to put it in the center and get all the affinity I can. So we're going to do that. Click. There we go. The thing about putting down stuff on top of resources is that it just removes the resources from underneath you. So you lose them, they get deleted. Exactly the same as if you was removing the resource there. It costs the same as well, I believe. So, right. And you want to have that one little corner there as well. We'll flatten the ground out there. There we go. So now you have a lovely place there. And we want to fill it with things. So page up and page down to make the cursor larger. And I go the very large size. Doesn't really work because if you try and click it, you click on the actual farm itself. So if you go down by one size, you can click right there on the corner, and then there, then there, and then there. And that covers everything. Boom, there you go. There is our cotton farm that will be done. So the cotton needs to move into a workshop. So we'll put the workshop there. Okay, and I'm also going to get rid of those trees there as well. Yeah, we'll get rid of the trees there. So this goes into there. And again, we can do this at a higher level. Unfortunately, we can't... oh, I can put this down here because I haven't put any farm tiles down. It will let me put this on there. Oh, it removes it. Okay. That didn't work the way I expected it to. I expected it to be able to put it on there with a farm tile. So move that out by one. We'll build up. We'll build that holding control. We'll then remove all that and move that backward. Little long-winded, but there's no way to just put things floating in midair that I know of. I mean, you can page up and page down, but it starts on the ground, so that's not actually doable. You can't just page up and page down from the start and do it that way. So yeah, that's not the way. But yeah, so that will output if we have a grabber. Or we just remove that and drag it, there we'll get a grabber. That is set to cotton. Interestingly, it auto set to cotton because I think I put the farm down after the cotton was there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, I'm just going to click the cotton. I don't want it to do the other ones. Not that it can do them yet because we have no fertilizer or anything being fed to them. But again, I want the affinity to build. So we want to do it at the lowest level. So that will produce cotton and drop it into here. We need 2 cotton and 4 seconds to make 1 cloth. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then you want 2 cloth every 4 seconds. So we need 2 of these. We need 2 of these workshops to keep up with the tailor. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. We'll just move one there, and then I'll copy that. Hold Control and click so it copies the recipe as well. There we go. Awesome. I'm going to run this out to here, and again, we're going to go left, we're going to go right, and it will feed the right one first, so it will come down, it will feed this one first, and then feed that one. Not a problem. It's not a problem at all. We then have a barn, of which we want to, and we can't pick the barn up, because the barn has items in it. Can't move a barn that has items in it, so we're going to have to do something like this, I think. No, what we're going to do is I'm going to put the barn over here, facing that way, like so. And cloth cannot be moved on a chute, so we need a conveyor belt for this. And I'm just going to turn it around to face that way. And these will both auto output because they're front arrow auto outputs. They're both auto output onto the belt. It will go along and then go straight into the barn. Job done. We'll change the barn to be cloth. And what we'll do is we'll get you taking the cloth and putting it in there. You can move all the cloth from here into there. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, he's going to start producing cloth as well, which means that we're probably going to overload this barn here. That's not really a problem because it's also output into this as well, which is fine. Okay. So let's turn that around and turn that off so it uses up the cloth that's on there. Okay, so this appears to be producing 1 cloth for every 2 seconds and you're using 2 cloth for every 4 seconds, which means you're producing enough cotton for 1. So if I just do that, you're now producing enough cotton for 2. once we unlock intermediate logistics, or is it just logistic blocks? No, intermediate logistics, isn't it? Yeah. We gain the splitter. The splitter basically forces stuff to go left, right, straight on, or right, left. I'm not sure the exact order of it, but it basically forces one to go left, one to go right, and one to go straight on. We have no straight on here, so it will force one left, one right, one left, one right. It will even out the loads. You also could fix this by putting in a silo, spreading these out a little bit more, and then having the grabbers to pull them out, and it would round robin it one way or the other way. So that is also a way of doing things. That's fine. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to up you like all the way, and then I'm going to down you to 2, and that should fill up the workshop here. There we go. And then this will start backing up, and this should flow almost perfectly. It looks like it's not. It looks like it's going down. No, it's about right. It's about right. Okay. In fact, our barn is full, so. Okay, so this answers the question from the last episode. You cannot pull out of a barn when you've set it to input only. Okay. We have learned something today. I'm going to rotate that round again. What we're going to do is we are going to change that to be normal output. You've grabbed loads and you can't put it in there yet. That's fine. Not a problem. Just want to empty this barn out so we can remove it, basically. That's the only real reason. He will sit there trying to put stuff in there. As soon as you put one cloth into the barn, he'll go back to the original barn, which he now can't do because that barn's gone. Okay, we'll move this over here. Turn it around like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move him back by 1. Then we'll move this barn. Well, we will move that barn over to here. To do the thing. To do all the things. So you drop in there. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to set one of these to be input only. And barns naturally fill up from the top down, so it's always better to set the top one as the input rather than the bottom one. Otherwise, you'd use up all the cloth, and then you'd be the last to get for your building use. So, this is a weird behaviour as well. If you tell a worker to drop something off in a house or a building, or if you tell it to drop it off anywhere and there's not enough space for it, it will drop off everything it can do, and then we'll just stop and won't continue to drop off stuff. So like for instance, this one dropped off enough to make, the 10 outfits. So he dropped off 20. The rest of the stuff's in there and it wasn't dropping any more off. Whereas now I can tell it to do it again and it will drop off the rest of the stuff. So a little bit weird how that works. I'm not quite sure why, but that is a thing. There we go. So you're now going to output into there, and you can't make any more because we don't have any more space. So I need to move this, which means, you know what? You grab 32 of that. Yoink. There we go. And then when the other one comes back, we should be able to grab some more. Oh, we only dropped off 8 that go. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it looks as if we're not selling enough. Okay. Well, that can be fixed. That can be fixed quite easily. We will buy this land back here for 700 yellow coins. Thank you very much. We have found gold. We've struck gold. Hey, we're rich. We're rich. Awesome. And we also have another trader and berries. Cool. Now, what does this trader have? Wood for grain. That's fantastic. That is really, really good. You could set a forest up here and get 3 grain per wood. That's a really good trade. 3 milk for a reinforced plank? Not really. Not really. Milk is way more difficult to produce than the reinforced planks. Although they both have chains, but yeah. 1 polished stone for 3 mana bricks could be useful. Mana bricks aren't difficult to make. They require bricks, fuel, and some mana crystals, but they do require blue coins, whereas these ones don't. A stonemason just turns stone into polished stone when we unlock it. So that could be a good trade to do to avoid us using blue coins to make mana brick. So we have to keep that one in mind. But anyway, we have expanded, which is what we wanted to do. So let us 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Then we'll go around. Not enough house capacity. Oh, we've only got 20 houses. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Not a problem. Just going to connect it up with all footpaths because we can. And I'm going to that there. The only modification I'm going to make to the island. Might be a few other ones as we sort of dot in and see where we go, because when that goes that way, it's got to be that way. So what we'll do is we'll move you to the central line. There we go. You can be central line, and then we'll just grab. And we will go upgrade, upgrade, and upgrade again. I don't think we can upgrade for we can. Do we want to? We've got 200 of them. Cost 10. So we can upgrade 20 houses. We have 20 houses. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just upgrade all our houses. Ready? Boom. There you go. We're broke. Hang on. Oh, we run out of coins. Oh, oops. That's fine. That's fine. So the new people get upgraded houses before the old ones. But that's fine, because the more houses you have, it's not necessarily at the level, but the more houses you have, the more increases population capacity and demands for items at nearby markets. So yeah, so the higher level you have and the more houses you have, the more goods they buy. And the more goods they buy, the more money you make. Which is awesome. Everyone loves making money. Now, why aren't we making any more red coins? What's happened here? Oh, was this finally emptied? Yes, it has. Right, plop. And then you'll grab that and drive off, and then we can move this over here. And I wanted to move it because this one is still linked to this barn, and it links to the building, not the location. It links to the building. So if I grab this barn and move it over here, this caravan will drive all the way over to where the barn is now. It links to the building. It knows where the building is. So you can move them like I just have there. And this barn will still be connected to that caravan. So it will know what to do. Okay. Okay. So let's see now. So we're currently full, and we're making enough cloth to make this shirts. This is exactly the correct balance. Two workshops making cloth from cotton is 4 seconds ago. That means we get 2 cloth every 4 seconds, and you use 2 cloth every 4 seconds, and you are producing 4 cotton every 4 seconds, and we're using. Sorry, you're producing 2 cotton every 4 seconds, 1 cotton every 2 seconds, so double up, yeah. So it's producing enough to run these 2, and then these 2 are producing enough to run that. Then that should produce enough to fill that up by the time he gets back. Because he's going to drop off 20 a go, and I don't think it is. I don't think it is. No, he's only picking up like 11. Although it's not full. Not full. Let's see here. Let's see what happens here. You drop off how many? You should drop off 20. And they sell instantly. Now, the trick to this would be to put a barn down here and have the barn feed into the market, so it's a constant trickle rather than big hits and big hits. But this is all right for the minute. This is all right. Ah, see, now you haven't picked up 20. You've only picked up 14. So we're not making enough. That's the problem. We're not making enough. So we probably need another tailor. And to get another tailor, we need another 2 workshops. So, yeah, I mean, this farm can do it, because this farm is only running on 2 workers out of 10. This farm can easily deal with it. And I think we have enough cotton around. Not worry about that. So let's expand this. Let's expand this. Let's, we'll copy you. And I want to put you there and there. Then we will do exactly the same thing we did before. We'll go up. We'll run a chute in. We'll rotate the chute to be facing left and right, or right and left. And then we will drag it out from there, which means it will grab stuff out from there. And then we'll have to double the workers in this to make it 4. And that should be enough to run all these. Awesome. Okie dokie. And then what we can do is... well, the easiest way would be to literally just drag this out. We could go straight into this, but I don't want to. We want to go that way, into the barn instead. And then what we're going to do is we are going to wait for you to empty this barn. So I want to turn you around and stop you outputting anymore. Oh, there we go. We're going to move this barn over. We're going to move this over. Really want to move that barn now. But it's fine. We'll copy you and put it... Well, we'll put it... there. Yeah. This is horribly laid out, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. So we'll do that. Now, how do I get it into there and into there? Do I have a pusher? I do not have a pusher. We're going to have 2 outputs from the barn, like that. With a pusher, I could have 1 line, and it would push into the first one, and then go to the next one. So, yeah, but we don't. There we go. So that is compact and a bit of a mess, but you are producing way more than I need. So it's 4 times as fast. But 600% because we've got the bonus, so it's technically it's 4 times as fast, ignoring the happiness bonus, which is currently at 50%, which is good. So you're producing enough cotton to run both these 2 and both these 2. Yep, you see this one is just staying about right. If I increase this to 5 workers, then we can actually back up everything, which is, well, I like backing up it a little bit because it means that should something happen, you've got a bit of a buffer. We'll just backfill everything and then go back and backfill the farm up, and then when it stops running, we'll drop it down to 4 people again. Yeah, so that's producing enough cotton to run 4 workshops. 2 workshops are producing enough cloth to run 1 tailor. So these 2 run that one, and these 2 run that one. They all go into the same barn and then come out of that barn into the 2 tailors, and the tailors produce shirts, drop them into the barn here, and away we go. So we've already hit the point where 1 building was not producing enough goods. Hopefully that's, what's that, 8, 16, 24. So as long as we can produce more than 20, we're good, because that can only take 20 in one go. Not quite how it works. You can actually figure out with how many buildings you have. So let's upgrade the rest of those. There we go. Our houses are all the way now. Yeah, but you can actually figure out with how many buildings you have compared to how much it requires. There is... That's a good... Where is it? Worker overview. Satisfaction. Veggie stew. So the veggie stew. So the happiness is how many houses currently have this. So we have 55% of houses that currently have some form of grain, which is currently bread. And 100% of houses are happy. So they're not getting as much as they want, but they're all happy because they're getting enough to keep the happiness bonus alive. So that's good. Same for veggie stew. 60% at 100. That's good. Fabric is fantastic. 100 at 100. So that's good. So we are actually producing enough. It doesn't give you actual numbers, actual production numbers to tell you what you're doing. You have 20 houses. But if you're supplying enough to them, then you'll see here, this now has 6 shirts in it, and it's not selling any. Then when the happiness drops down, it will start selling some. Boom, there we go. So we are producing enough to keep happiness at 100%. This means we're not producing enough veggie stew. Yeah, we're not producing enough veggie stew. Or we're not producing enough bread. It does seem like we're actually eating as much bread as we're producing. So... But as I said, our bread line, and that's the L key, by the way, the supply one. Sorry about that, I should have said that. Press L on your keyboard and you bring up the supplier one. It's also this happiness button down here, the smiley face in the bottom left. Get that? Boom. So if we're at 55%, we should almost double our grains input. So we need twice the amount of bread that we're currently getting. And that one kitchen can't deal with it. This one kitchen is sitting around 8 and 9 loaves, which means that that's basically running at capacity and you are putting stuff in there. So we need another kitchen, which means we need more grain mills doing stuff. So because what we do, what were the numbers here? What were the numbers here? So ignore the farm for the moment. Let's just look at this. So you produce 1 flour in 4 seconds and you want to use 2 flour in 4 seconds. Interesting that this grain mill is empty and that grain mill has a full output. Something backed up here at some point, didn't it? Yeah, something went a little bit wrong somewhere. Okay, so if we want to build another one of these, we need 2 grain mills to 1 kitchen. That's the ratio. 2 grain mills, 4 in 1 second, consumes 2 in 4. So yeah, 1 in 4 seconds, I should say. So we need 2 grain mills to 1 kitchen. So what's our farm currently like? Well, our farm produces 1 every 2 seconds, and you use 3 every 4 seconds. That's half a grain a second, and you need 0.75 grain a second, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, 0.75 grain per second, and you produce half a grain a second. They don't. You produce 1 every 2 seconds. Yeah, you produce half a grain every second. So the farm would have to run slightly faster than it is. It's a weird one, but 3 to 4 is really awkward fraction. At least for my brain. It's not for a calculator. It's really easy for a calculator. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. My brain says 0.75. So if I double the speed in this, we produce 1 every second. So a double speed farm is enough to run 1 grain mill. Just over. Right? Yep. A double speed farm is enough. So 2 workers in a farm is enough to run 1 grain mill at full speed. So that means 4 workers in a farm is enough to run 2. It might be 3 workers because of the way the fractions work out for there, but I'm just trying to look at the numbers here, ignoring this right now because we'll probably have a second farm for this. But if I wanted to make this be able to supply 4 grain mills, I need 2, 4, 6. I need 8 workers in it, and unfortunately, that's not going to work for us because a single chute can only run about 6 workers usually. Does depend on the happiness bonus as well. This obviously comes in, but when you're trying to figure out the numbers, the how much this produces, you can ignore the happiness bonus. You can just go 1 every 2 seconds, and this one needs 3 every 4 seconds, and then the happiness bonus affects them both exactly the same way. So yeah. So or actually, it's a bit more on the farms because the happiness bonus applies after the worker bonus, but you can just ignore that and just figure it out that way. So we want to have 8 workers in there, don't we? So 2, 4, 6. I don't know why I got 5 because of that. It's obviously there. So yeah. So we need to look into that, and I want to move this as well. I don't like this being here. We don't want production on this island. We want it off the island, and then we want to go somewhere else with it. So maybe we will square this off. We'll steal all the water and square this off, and we'll have production of bread here. Double up the bread supply, and then goes there. Then, of course, when we upgrade our base and we gain more houses and stuff like that, you then got to look at it again, because every time you add a house, it skews your goods demand, because the goods rise up by whatever amount. Right now, as I said, if we push L, we are 50% on grains. So we are, yeah, I thought it would be about 50%. I think that 55% was a bonus from somewhere. A little bit. You're now capped. So this isn't quite running at full speed. Yeah, so if it's 50%, and we double the kitchens, that'll run 20 houses fine. If we put a 21 house down, it won't be enough. So you know, 1 kitchen for 10 houses. That seems to be how it's working right now. 1 kitchen for 10 houses. The happiness does affect it because obviously it produces more as it goes. But yeah, if we just look at that, so right now we need 2 kitchens producing bread to do 20 houses. That means it's 1 house per 10 houses. 1 kitchen per 10 houses. So if we had a 21st house, we need 0.1 of a kitchen, which you can't do. So yeah, I suppose you wait to 25 houses and then add another kitchen. Yeah, but yeah, so doing that is a good idea, but I need to make sure it's expandable. This is not expandable. I mean, I could technically build 2 more over here and 2 more over here, or I could redo this and have this output to a barn, and the barn supply an army of workshops doing stuff. So yeah, or you'd build a second one somewhere else. We've got more cotton over here, so we'd put another farm over here for this cotton. We'd have exactly the same setup, and we just have it built down into this 1 barn. You put 1 barn in the central storage somewhere. So we have options, we have choices, we have things we need to do. But that's all going to have to come next time, because we need to expand. And we also need to get some stuff for the base. We need blue coins. So I was going to get to that episode. I didn't. Sorry. We'll get to it next time. So we'll leave it here and we'll come back next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.